Okay. Hello everybody. My name is Pyotr Yordanov, and in this video I'm gonna discuss how I blew 2 trading accounts at the same time in a matter of whatever, in an hour or something. Let's reconnect with Mick just to make sure we got everything we need. So you might be surprised because earlier in the day I had a video where I said I made $328, and that is correct. I did make $328 on the evaluation account. But then something happens, and next thing I know, as you're going to see in a moment on the screen, that happens. And from a P&L perspective, we're seeing minus 2.2 and minus 1.9, and like almost $400 in commissions. And so given that these accounts have gotten to the auto liquidate threshold value, they're blown. So I can't trade them, I can't get the benefits, etc. In case you don't know, Lido trading is very simple. Get the account, you don't break the rules, you don't lose more than the minimal thresholds, and eventually after 10 days of day trading and reaching the target, in this case with $3,000, you'll get the account. And yeah, so that's not the first one I blow with them. This is the 5th, as you can see, account 005. But I believe for the time being, that's going to be the last one that I blow with them for a couple of reasons. And so I'm doing this video because I want to make a review as to what happens. Actually, since we're talking about what happened, let's just like pick this up real quick. I'll open the proper binds where I can get the NQ and the MNQ. Let's go with that. So first I'll go with technically what's going on. The market is closed, of course. And as you can see, this is essentially what happens. I ended up trading in an area where you should probably not be trading. And you might notice, because it was just a range, it was very frustrating to trade. This was this area over here. So the price barely did like 40, I mean, I can say barely, but actually it's a lot of things. It's like 40 points up and down. But yeah, this is essentially what happens. As you can see, there's a lot of big numbers, 3, 6, because that's what I started doing with an NQ. So I started going with a lot of volume. And so you need to do the math, okay? And I'll do the math for you. Every point is worth $20. Okay. Now, from here to here, you have 14 points. So, take our calculators. We have $14. That is per contract. Now, the Lido trading account gives you 8 contracts, and you're not allowed to lose more than 2,500. So I don't know if you realize that this is what's so annoying, and it actually is a problem with these accounts. They're not meant to protect you, because as soon as you lose those 14 points, you lose the account. As simple as this. If you were to go long here, and for some reason we're all in long here, or even if you keep on adding, and this just goes just to here, you blow the account. That's what when you're going with the NQ. So it's kind of very misleading when they tell you you can take up to 8 contracts. Why? What am I going to do with 8 contracts? And given that with them, 8 contracts minis mean you can take 8 times 10 micros, meaning 80. Well, maybe that's more understandable. You could have had multiple trades happening over here. Sure, why not? So this is the main problem that I faced with Lido trading, is that they set up the account in such a way that it is very prone to blow. It's gonna blow unless if you have an incredible discipline and incredible management, which they're not really inviting you to have. I mean, I wasn't really aware of this until like maybe the 2nd or 3rd account blow, and I was like, wait, what's going on here? Why am I supposed to blow? And then I realized it's because you have not only do you have a 2,500, which was originally in this for this account, but you might notice something over here is that this is the minimal balance, but this is where the account blew. Because this account I had $1,200 in profits. So instead of actually them telling me that I can lose all the way to 4,700, I still have the cushion. No, it trails up. So, and I mean, you know, your 2,500 becomes 2,200, or in this case 1,900. So it keeps on shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. So you gotta squeeze it and make it in 10 days. Otherwise, that's gonna happen. Simple as that. And I'm not gonna blame them. I'm gonna say it's right or wrong. That's how the system works. I wished I had known this before. I'm still like very comfortable. So this is what happened, okay? And I was actually starting to notice this. I was very frustrated by that. And okay, but to be constructive in this video, what I'm gonna do now, I took you over the charts, and essentially when the first account blew, I just got so mad anyway, and I took the second account, and I was like, fuck it, it will just blow. But there's a lot of backgrounds to the reason why I got to this kind of capitulation, in which I let the accounts blow. And this background is very interesting because it is going to be, I believe it contains the source and the recipe for what I need to do next moving forwards. And I think there's a lot of things to take from this experiment so far, and there's a lot of hope for what's going on forward. And I believe that I will come out of this stronger than I was before, because I understand that I was literally playing the game with my hands tied behind my back. And I hope I'm gonna figure out how to unleash them. So we'll start first. There's a couple of points where I love writing, and this is my Obsidian I'm using over here. It's a great software, it's a great tool. So first, the problems. All right, there's a couple of psychological problems. The first one is that over the weekends I had a few family issues where I had a big argument with my parents. And it's not necessarily a big deal in and of itself. I mean, we've been here confined, literally at home for 2 weeks, and it's extended for 2 more weeks. So at some point, whether it's my parents, your loved ones, the people you're living with, at some point it's gonna blow up, right? You're just seeing the same person every single day, and the only thing you can do is just go for a walk. It's like suicide. It's like mental suicide. Unfortunately, it happened to me. It happened to other people too. You know, that's how it goes. So there's a background with this. And this is important because in the morning, I was having bitter and angry thoughts. And I was like, if I don't manage those, something's going to happen as a result. And during my training sessions, so I did a lot of like mental work and my breathing exercises and my walking exercises too, so that when I get into the session, I'll be able to just be focused, and achieve targets, and we're done. And that's what happened. This is why when the session happened, we delivered, and I saw the results I was happy with, and everyone was happy, and then the session was positive. But then there's like other issues that start happening. The second issue, which is, psychological, is that I had applied for a job, for a product management job. This was very interesting, for actually an options trading crypto startup, and I was very excited about doing that because, you know, it's option trading in crypto. I mean, what's not exciting about this? And I got the news about 6 p.m., which is 2 hours after the market closed, 6 to 7 p.m. I'm not sure exactly what time, that I got rejected. So let's write this. Now, in and of itself, that was not a problem, because actually I thought this actually falls interestingly with it. I saw it more of a sign than a problem, because I know I can do my MBA in Paris in March, and so I thought, well, this is great. It gives me a timeline, and until then, I'll just be working like a madman just to do my trading, and then keep on working on my streaming, and then, you know, we'll see how that goes. But what happened is that, you know, I got rejected, and I thought this is actually interesting. It's a trajectory, but you know, it does come in biting. It's not like that easy and that simple when you get rejected. It's one thing, but the real issues came later on. And let's open up here and you'll see why. Oh, I'm actually looking at it. This is what happens. Unfortunately, this guy, Trades by Matt, I have a lot of respect to him because he is my inspiration literally for me doing this stream. And when I saw him saying that he blew the account, it was another video before this, I was like, wait, what? How can he blow the account? Like, I mean, he's been having all those great results, and I saw him like having positive stuff, like, what's going on here? And then I opened the chart and I look at the minute chart, and I was like, what the fuck just happened here? It's 300 points to the downside. Give it or take a couple of points, right? Because I was like literally DCAing my way here for shorts, and I got those like 20 points, and I was happy, and I made $100 out of it. And so I look at this chart and I thought, if I DCA'd anyway here, I'll blow the accounts. And it freaked me out because I knew that I was not ready. I was just not ready. I just got lucky. And there was going to be a high chance that this was going to just hit me in the face, and I'm going to be like kaput. I'm going to just lose this account again. So that happens. The fear came over. And the second thing, I saw my reference, essentially my like guru, you want to call it, whatever, just like blowing too. And I think it kind of like created this mechanism in my head where like it became a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like, the account is going to blow. It's impossible. I'm not worth it. I think that's the key. I felt I was not worth it. I was not worthy of being a trader. And when you read stuff like The Disciplined the Trader and like Mark Douglas essentially books, The Disciplined Trader, I'm going to write it down right here for you. Great book, Mark Douglas. He has in other books too, Trading in the Zone, for example. When you read those books, you realize he speaks about you need to change your mentality and you need to feel that you deserve what's going to happen next when you're going to go in the markets. And I just did not have this. So there was, first of all, those two things. Second of all, we had Matt blew the account. 4, that the NQ flushed. And I felt I was absolutely not gonna be on the right side. I just felt that's what's gonna happen. It was gonna be, it just, so I felt not worthy. So those things happen, and then the result, in like, this is the result, what happened, like both of the account blew at the same time. Now, those are the issues that led to the blowing of the account. Great. But before I try and go with the solutions, I think there is an important room to celebrating the positives. All right. Something was different though this time compared to the previous time. First of all, routines and habits. Those are things that I did not have before. I literally today created here a trading warm-up, which is 3 songs, which actually get me in the zone. And I listen to them. I go on my 15-minute walk. I come back here, 4:15, which is 15 minutes before the market open. I set up my stream and I review the markets, and that's something I wasn't doing before. So routines and habits, and I've been like working and waking up early. When the session is over, I go for a walk with specific music. Actually, before the trading, the music is pumped up so that it gives me the energy, so that I feel like, yeah, I can do it. But after the trading, the music is sad. We're playing stuff like The Crown, playing stuff like Pawn Sacrifice, like sad songs, because the point is for it to be cathartic, to let the energy, the negative energy of the stress, just to go out. But it might have been a little bit too dramatic and too stressful, because if I were to combine, and there's also another problem I forgot to say, like a very important one. I had freaking back pain. And couple of pains already for a couple of days already, and that was an issue because it was creating this background where you can somehow, it adds up to the feeling of not being worthy. This is another problem. So again, let's going back to the positives. We have good routines, we have good habits. Second thing is that in all of my history, positive days, in all of my history, positive trading days, sorry about that, trading days. If I look back at my history, not so long ago, and we're talking in April or in June, I was afraid of putting a trade if I was going to lose more than $1. And up until last summer, I never had a trading account going in green, ever. They were always like red accounts, and they were always losing. Maybe not blowing necessarily, no, none of them blew, but they were not winning because I was afraid, because I wasn't taking the trades I was supposed to take, and there was a lot of fear that was holding me back from doing things. So, but now seeing that, I've been, coming in, the day is over, I'm making some money, I'm actually closing the account, I'm like learning, like there's a learning process. Like for example, not like on the other week, I decided that the day is going to be over, but I'm not going to be losing on that day. I'm not going to blow the account on that day. Funny enough, I did it today, but whatever. The mentality wasn't here. I didn't feel like doing it again. So those are not the problems. Those are the triggers. I'm celebrating the positives, but now I want to look at the problems, the systematic problems, I'm going to call them. And those things, I already start talking with them. The Lilo, accounts are made in a way to not protect you. That you will blow. Unless if you know what you're doing. I'm not saying that everyone's going to blow. There's a lot of people who are getting funded account, but you really need to know what you're doing. I believe in my case, the best account would have been to take the smallest one, where the profit target would have been 1,500, because then if I'm making 300 a day like I'm doing right now, times 5, I would have done the valuation 5 days, so I have 10 days total. So I can be so relaxed and so chill. And in this, what I just said, comes a very important insight. I am not psychologically ready for the bigger Lilo accounts. I'm not ready. I can't, because when Sorry, I'm not ready for these accounts. They're just too big for me. I'm not used at this stage yet to seeing my P&L going up and down hundreds of dollars. It just freaks me out, and I start to worry. And that is why I could not trade longer than an hour a day. Could you imagine? Like, you're a trader, you have a full-time job, you're trading for an hour a day? I mean, I'm not saying you're supposed to trade for longer. I mean, Matt goes on live for 2 hours a day. Mr. Yan is going in forever on this channel. Like, even on the weekends, if he could trade, he would trade. You know, I'm not saying you should be trading only for 2 hours, but I am a novice trader. I'm not a professional at that stage. I'm not consistently making money in the markets. What I need is hours in the markets. And when all I spend is a single hour, what was my trading is going to come from? So if you combine this with psychological stress because the account contracts are too big, that becomes an issue. Now you're going to tell me that maybe I could have traded only the micros, sure, but then, you know, there's another pressure comes in from the Lilo format, is that you need to perform in the next 2 weeks, otherwise you lose the accounts. I don't have room for error. I can't make any mistakes. I can't experiment. I need to hit a target set by someone else, which is time bound, which is kind of like options trading or even binary trading, which is in a way gambling, because performance, it could happen in one day, but it could not happen in a single day. And this added pressure with the lack of experience on my side, because to be fair, this is the first time where I'm actually seeing like the learning problem, I'm seeing those positive days. I'm just not ready. I'm just not there. I need to face that. Okay. This is the second thing. Now, the third problem, which is huge, right? IM and GMT +2. New York opens at 4:30 p.m. for me. 4:30 p.m. Do you guys know anyone who goes to their job at 4:30 p.m.? I mean, for Matt, it's in the morning for him. For Brian, it's in the morning for him. For me, it's in the evening. It's in the fucking afternoon. Thank God I'm not in Thailand, for example. Then it would be 9 p.m. What kind of lifestyle can you have at 9 p.m.? I'm no longer 20. Which means I can't afford to like stay awake up all the way until midnight before I can even just like take a break and maybe just go to sleep maybe at 3 or 4 a.m. like I've been doing so far because of the situation. I can't do that. It's not healthy. It's not sustainable. For me, I can't have a proper lifestyle. I cannot tell myself I'm going to wake up at 7 in the morning, I'm going to stretch for an hour, I'm going to do my meditation, I'm going to have, you know, maybe some morning with my parents or something like this, or like, you know, maybe read a book, and then I'm going to do my workout, and then 2 hours later, by 9 a.m., I'm going to be ready, I'll look at the markets. No, because 9 a.m. comes in, and I'm like, all right, we're going to have to wait 6.5 more hours. And wait, and you're trading when the day's over. You're trading 2 hours before social events are happening. I mean, now we're confined, but like, let's say the social events, what do you do? There's a party at 7. You just work for an hour and you're gone and you're done. Again, if I was a successful trader, if I'm already made a career in it, you could argue maybe an hour a day would be enough. I mean, you could argue so far that, you know, making 300 would be enough, because 300 every single day, that's 1,500. This is what, $6,000 a month. This is a lot of money for a lot of people. You could argue that this is a great way of living, but then what do I do in my rest of the day? And most importantly, we go back to the same point. I am still a noob as far as that is concerned. I need hours looking at the markets. And to keep on sharpening the perception of the potential trades, to keep on sharpening the execution of those trades, so that I can accumulate on accounts. And then when I've done the hard work, then when I have 10,000 hours of like actual trading, because even though I spent the whole last year trading, but I spent a lot of time recovering from psychological issues, whether it was Josh's suicide or like the blowing of my accounts or like the situation I was alone. The main problem is that I can't have a proper life balance again with the fact that Lilo only allows you, I mean, I asked them literally 2 days ago about Eurex, and it's like they can't provide Eurex anymore, so I can't trade the DAX. Because I was thinking maybe I could trade the DAX because that would be 10 a.m. for me. Don't tell me to trade the Euro, because it's 6E, you know, the Euro, like it's, what do you want to do? You want to do 1 minute charts on this? What were we talking about here? Like, even the word, like this is, even if you go on eToro, you're going to get a better chart than that. So unfortunately, the amount of products that are offered by Lilo are made in such a way that if you are living in the US, good for you. You could trade those. They're great. They move. You know, they can make shit tons of money with it if you know what you're doing. But at 4:30 p.m. And even if it was in Europe, that would be what, 2:30 p.m.? That's your freaking afternoon. What'd you do in the morning? I mean, the argument could be, and my friend was right, and when he told me that you could still trade in the morning, and that is correct. There are still some movements in the morning. You know, you're going to have like 20 points here over the next 15 minutes, and then you're going to have all the way down 26 points on the next 15 minutes, and you have some action going on in here. You have a double top. Maybe you can argue for like this going down for you capture 18 points. But there's a couple of issues with this. First, spreads are bigger in the morning. You could get all the way up to 1.5 because it's the morning, okay? The second problem is that once you've seen this, once you see this, okay, why would you trade here? Like, it's like, again, we're going back to square zero. I am trading with my hands tied behind my back because the best conditions for the market in which I trade happens at a time where I can't be there. So what the fuck am I doing? The better argument would be just take the DAX, right? I mean, the DAX definitely would have some movement. I would imagine this at 6 p.m. Let's see if it loads. That's 6 p.m. Sure, 125 points. That's a lot, okay? But if you look at 10 a.m. for the DAX over here, all right, when it opened, okay, it ranged. This is an important thing. It ranged for the first hour, and then it came down to 70 points. This is a lot. Even for the DAX, 70 points is a lot. I mean, you could argue that this was interesting. You could have made some money on the DAX here, or even at some point last week I was looking. You pick up the euro dollar. Here it goes. And there's still, I mean, this was 4. There was some activity in the morning. You had here over like 33 pips on the euro dollar, and you had like a nice re-entry, a nice re-entry, and a nice re-entry. Okay, excuse me again, but it's like those I can't trade them on Lilo. What I can trade, which is volatile, which makes sense, is not even the ES. The ES is very annoying. I mean, I don't like those. Actually, the minute is okay. Sorry, I was talking about tick charts a little bit annoying with the way they are. It's just like if you want to trade on Lilo, you need to, so let's recap. If you want to trade on Lilo, you need to work with rules that are very tough because they're kind of meant to make you lose, and you have to trade only when the CME, COMEX, whatever it does, the 4 different stock exchanges are open, which is at the same time. Which for someone like me, I don't have any plans of going to the US. I want to be maybe in Europe. I mean, I don't know. I want to be in Europe. So if my plan is to be in Europe, I'm still going to be trading. My trading session is going to be in the afternoon. Now, the thing that makes this even more amplified is these bad boys. And these bad boys we're looking at, not this, sorry, that's the NQ. We're going back to the NQ. Little spine. These bad boys. This beauty over here. I'm not looking at the beauty again. I apologize. Let's open up this guy. These. This. Actually, I want to open the BCRX. Do this. Give me a minute. Give me a minute chart, give me a minute chart. See these guys? All right, let me just give you an idea. What is this market heat map? This market heat map over here, which needs to be updated, by the way, is up to 85 different cryptocurrencies on Binance Futures. And the thing is, when you look at Binance Futures, even if you are to look at this is BZRX over here, you have a need to update my templates here. What I have over here is a 2.3% move to the downside. So when I was having a call with my friend, I took those trades. I took this, I DCA'd longs and I like closed here, and I took a long here which I closed here. I DCA'd long and I closed them all the way on the way here. And essentially, as I was doing that, I mean, you could argue this is actually bad trading. It is. I actually moved the account from $193 to $202. I did like $9. Now you're gonna tell me $9 is like nothing. It's like peanuts when it comes down to the illegal trading, and that is true. But there's something that's even more important. $9 on $200 is less than 5%, or it is 5%, right? I can lose much more than this before this account blows. My P&L can go red much more than this, and I keep on adding and adding and adding and adding before the account blows. Good luck doing this on Lilo. Like this was a single minute trade, by the way. I bet you what, if we're taking this, if I could do those things here, I can't dare do them on Lilo trading. I take this one here, I put it 50%, and I'm telling you know what, I'm buying here. And I'm buying here. I don't care, because I know if I buy here right now and go to the moving average, I'm doing 2.43%. As simple as this. This is $9 if I take 1,000 contracts, and that's like nothing, because over here you had 2.3 million contracts. That's the first thing. The first most important thing is that the first problem is volume. I'm not ready psychologically to play with bigger numbers. I'm going to show you right in front of you, right here. Right, I'm going to take one contract. I'm going to go short. Okay. Take 10. There, we're going to go with 10 contracts short. And I won't even give a shit if I'm gonna go in the red. If this goes in the red, I don't care, because this is how relaxed I would be. There you see, this is my P&L, 0.00. Actually, it is 0.000 something, because this is what's going on here. It's like it's so small. It's like I'm perfectly fine right now. I'm perfectly chill of DCA, for example, of adding here. I'm gonna add one more 10 here, right in front of you. This is all live. This is real account. There's no demos on Binance futures. If you don't believe me, just open Binance account. You'll know. If you want to open a Binance account, there's a link in the video. It's an affiliate link. I know. You help me, I help you. You get a 10% discount. I get a 10% bonus. Everyone's happy, right? See, I mean, even now, I'm in red. I'm in green. Yay! I'm making 1 cent. Right? Now, of course, I could multiply this by 1,000, and then we start talking. Now we start moving like $1, $2, $3 per like points or per whatever. And that's actually, I'm pretty sure I had like AB equals CD here. Yeah, pretty much. I would buy again here, and I would buy again here, and I would buy here, and then I would be making it in reversal. You make the money in this thing. Number one, as I said, let's look at this systematic problem, and then we say crypto benefits. 1, super duper uber small sizing. Great for psychology. You know what? I spent over here, that was like 50 minutes of work in which I did $10. But then do the math. I can do $10 over 8 hours a day. I'm making 80 every single day on the volume I'm working with. I can take the trades, I can go on a walk, I can make my push-ups, I can speak to my parents, I can relax, and I can come in and do another session and another session and another session. If my goal is to put in 10,000 hours of work on this, that's how I'm gonna do it. By being able to put it and not worrying about my P&L, because I don't know what's going on over there. Sorry, this is very juicy. Oh, less than 0. See, this is one important aspect. Having fun. Now, people say that trading is stressful and anxious and whatnot. Yeah, of course, because you're losing money. But if what you're losing is this, are you still stressed? Are you still worried? But it's like, what are you talking about? What can you buy in the real world with like 1 cent? Nothing. So you're relaxed. Now I'm asking myself, okay, I DCA'd here. I understand this is justified because I was above the moving averages. Okay, this maybe not so much justified unless if I was looking at the 5 minutes, actually even the 15 minutes I had at some point. That could be justified. Yeah, could justify because of this. We're hitting 21 moving average. I'm more than happy of like taking the first test. But when that happens, I'm like, maybe now I want to start going to the downside because we need the 2 moving averages on the 1 minute. As long as we're like in here where we are still above the moving averages and the moving averages are still like trending upward, like above themselves, it's very bullish. You know, that was a very bad long. That's not. No, this should be a short. You know, I was lucky that this long worked over here. Oh, we got stopped. We got filled. Yeah. So that's the first thing. All right. Super duper small sizing, so easy. So I can have fun. Actually, that's the same idea. Second of all, 24/7. 7 days a week. Actually, 24/7 means 7 days a week. 24/7. Any day of the week, I can do it. So now, instead of me having to cross my arms together and being frustrated because I don't have the best market conditions because it's 10 a.m. and New York is still sleeping, and then having to wait till 4:30 when the day is over, and I want to go out and have like some social life, maybe in some future when Corona's not here. Now I can trade at 10 a.m. Let's see. Let's wonder for a moment. Where was 10 a.m.? That was 10 a.m. Yeah, that was 10 a.m. right here. We had a beautiful 1.2%, followed by another one here, followed by this consolidation over here that led to like a 2.5%. Then you go down, and you go down, and you go up, and you go. And here's the best part. If I don't want to trade these guys, I don't actually want to do it here. If I don't want to be trading at 10 a.m., you see these like 85 guys? If 80, there's going to be 85, like 80 coins, just switch to the next one. If BTC is like too much for you, or like, you know, I don't know, I was trading 1 inch at some point, I don't even know what that is, but you know, like you're on 1 inch and you open up like now, if I don't like, if the Nasdaq is going in circles, it means the S&P is going in circles, it means the YM is going in circles, because these three indices are correlated. The Russell is the only one that just goes in its own directions. You don't have any more indices you can scalp. What? The Nikkei? You can't trade it. You can't scalp the Nikkei. The DAX, you don't have enough data for the DAX because Nilo doesn't have any more support for it. What about here? You know what? I don't like this chart. I go to Zen. I think that's the first one. I don't like Zen. I go to the next one. I don't like this one. I go to the next one. The next one actually is this BZRX. It's so much fun. And the thing that's interesting is that when you are trading these, like this guy, for example, the Zen has been up for BZRX has been up 21% on the day. I know that we're on a trend, whether it's up or down, I don't really care, right? I know we're on an uptrend. I look at the 15-minute, I know it's an uptrend. So I can start to say, I want to be sharpening my DCA strategies. Boom. Where's a stock that seems to be interesting for DCA? Boom, this one. All right, let's do that. Or stock with crypto in this case. You know? Excuse me again. And the thing is that you could do all of this on this. So first of all, small volume. 2, 24/7. Meaning work-life balance. Having fun, but you know, like here, let's try and change that. Having fun. I can put in the 10,000 hours. Work-life balance. I'm not too concerned. Like this here, I can still go. I can still bet. Oh, I already got in. I don't even know why did I put a trade here. Let's try and be a little bit more reasonable. Come on, we're on stream. Let's like make it decent. Let's multiply by 10. Let's multiply by 2. Okay, 40. I'm gonna add a 40 here. I'm gonna move these two. I'm gonna multiply by 2 again. I wanna get this first touch, because this also happens to be a moving average, which essentially is going to be for us there. I don't know. This would be a good idea. Hold on, give me a moment here. I'm having some fun. See, I'm having some fun at least. I'm not too concerned. This is such a bearish trend. I'm very excited of like selling. No. Damn it. Yeah, I want to sell more. Maybe not 80. Actually, 80 is too much. Actually, I don't even care at this level. It's like nothing. Okay, multiply by 2, because I know the volume is not a big deal. We'll add another here. Multiply by 2 again. We'll add another here. All right, and given what's going on here, I'm expecting a first touch to be like a big deal. Maybe a bit lower. Now, the argument could be that this is maybe not a good time to... Yeah, I mean, I came when the market was going this direction. I could try and go up. Sorry, I'm not going to be trading in here. I just happen to be taking a trade. But see, that's the point. 110 things, and I still don't care because it's small volume. Now, it doesn't mean I'm supposed to be encouraging bad trading habits. No, that's not the goal. This would be like ridiculous. But it means I can put in the trades, and I can progressively one DCA after the other. So I have 10 here. Right, pen, epic pen. Yes. Let's use this tool. So, something is bugging right now. All right, there we go. So this was a DCA, this was a DCA, and ironically, this also is a DCA. Yay, starting to get in green, right? At some point, I might start asking myself, do I still want a DCA? Is it reasonable DCA this way, dollar cost average? Sorry, in case you don't know what DCA is. Or do I want to try and wait and maybe just get really heavy here and then adding actually on the other way? Maybe this was too early for a DCA. Actually, it was too early because that was the whole point. It was the whole point. I'm not being punished by going so early. Because if you were here and this was like 10 points or like was 1 point, so there would be like $20 on the NQ and the MNQ, then you can start justifying it's okay. But $20 on the 10 points, today it went out 300 times 2. If you don't know how to do math, that's $600. I can't. You see on this number, there's 202, not 600, and 600. You saw it here. I mean, do the math. Divide 1900 by 600. What do you get? And that's per NQ, per MNQ. You would have already blown on the meetings. And I'm not complaining, saying that those are bad things. I'm pretty sure that there are experienced traders out there who love those conditions. They're probably making millions. That's not me. That's not the reality of who I am and what I can do. The reality is that if I can sit in here and for the next 2 weeks, put in every 20 minutes, every 40 minutes, put in a new trade. and you trade and accumulate $5 here and $5 there and $5 here and $5 there. You know what? You saw here the volume. There was 2.3 million. Okay, if you went from here to here, you make 0.01. I'm just gonna do the math for you, just like for Christ's sake. And you multiply this by 10,000. That's $100, right? But we saw a million here, so multiply by another 100. That's $10,000. Just going from here to here. There is potential in the crypto markets, and there is potential of going really super small in a way that this sizing I'm taking is making me comfortable with what I can do and what I'm able to work with, given my own personality, given my own experience. And I think I want to add, well, that shouldn't be reasonable. I'm not going to add. Even though it's a bit risky to add here. Hold on, give me a second. Started leg, 8%, touching the 61.8. Why the hell not? Right, so yeah, this is the and yeah, I also believe the question of work-life balance is going to be very important, because I do want to wake up at 7, I do want to have a morning routine, and I do want to tell myself 10 a.m. there's a bell is ringing, this is my market open, this is my world, and I don't have to depend on the markets. I don't have to trade. You're gonna tell me I could be trading maybe the FTSE, or I can trade the DAX, but I don't have to. Because where do you want me to trade them from? Like right now, it's like a bit complicated, but you're in BTC futures, everyone's happy. And there's the volume. There's people who actually in super high leverage. That's probably where there's a volume. But it's available. Why would I not do it? But if it's available, see, as I'm talking here, I'm literally streaming, complaining, nagging. So now the question becomes, we got 60, we divide by like 4, we got 40, okay? Now I want to try and DCA the other way around and taking profit. So I'm going to take 40, 40, 40, I'll trade the rest. So I can go have coffee right now, I can go spend time with my parents, complain about a movie, I can be chill, I can come back. Most importantly, I can look at this and be like, session 1, do the math with me, session 1, trade 2, session 3, session 4. That's 4 trading sessions. Right now, I'm going live, and I'm having maybe one. On Friday, I had 2 sessions. When I switched to the MNQ, that was the second session. How am I expecting to become a successful trader if I'm taking 2 sessions a day when I just took 4 in a span of an hour and a half, during which I had a phone call, and now I'm going live on stream? So, I mean, let's just recap a little bit here. I don't blame Lido Trading. I don't think they're wrong. I don't blame the markets. I don't think there's anything wrong with the fact that the NQ just opens whenever New York Stock Exchange opens. That's how the economy works. And there's nothing wrong about them because they've been operating this like this so far. It's just that crypto markets are 24/7. I need to see the reality of what is my psychological baggage to face things. I need to see the reality of what are different markets offering. See, now we're going to start getting filled gently. And I need to adapt. And I believe those don't adapt. There's so many beauties happening over here. If I just like get on the bar chart, this is so beautiful. I mean, come on. You see this line here? You know, and Mark is going to be happy. You see this channel here? Sorry, it's not a great channel. You know, it's just, you see, yeah, no, boom. Got filled. And where were we? We were at 202. I think now we're going to see where we're at 203, right? I mean, now I was like, my volume was super small, but I could have been at bigger volume. It was small because I wasn't stream. Otherwise, it would have been 100 instead of 10. Wait, was that a 61.8 already touched? No, not yet. 61.8 was not touched yet. There's another 40? Yeah, there's another 40. Wow. Well, I was rejecting. It doesn't want to go further. Fair enough. At this stage, I wonder, maybe I want to start closing a little bit. Just be safe. Put it over here so that we don't actually take the taker fees, but we have maker fees, so we don't like pay that much. I'm gonna close this trade because I'm gonna also close the trade and close the stream. Come on, just film me. Be nice. Be gentle. Thank you so much. Do this. And see, this is the last trade. It was done. It's done. I mean, probably that was $1. Yeah, that was $1. Yay. All right. But then again, I was just like literally at a tenth of what I'm already comfortable with working. So that would have been $10. As simple as this, you know, I'm able of doing that. Now it's ready. It's so, if you wanted to trade the NQ right now, you can't. Because guess what? Market is closed. You don't choose the market to be closed here. This is it. It's midnight. New York Stock Exchange is closed for the next hour. You can't do shit. There's a close because they're doing accounting, and they have a halt at 11:15, and they close on the weekend. Can someone explain to me why? Like, does McDonald's stop working on the weekend because it's the weekend, they have to take a break? No? Then why does it stop stock trading on the weekend? Like, what's going on? Like, those New York, like, stock exchange people can't trade 24/7. It's like too much for them. Let me trade from my fucking bedroom if I want on a Sunday evening. What are we talking about? Like, you know, I think this whole mentality of like brick mortar offices and, you know, like 9-to-5 jobs. I should have been like a little bit more patient here for my like 61.8 Dutch, or even more as a result. See, I mean, again, I could have done this trade, and I asked myself, okay, why was I freaking out? What could actually, I would have been more comfortable if I wasn't trading, because I don't care. Like, I got filled a couple of them. If this sum was gonna come in here and stop me over here, I'll add. Because my size was already small. It was 80 contracts. If I were to add 300 over here, okay, if I have 80 here and 300 here, those are like nothing. If I have 1,000 here, this is nothing. My break even would be here. They would be like completely absorbed. And I can't put 1,000 because 1,000 is nothing. So, moving forward, there are a couple of changes that I'm going to be making to the way we're doing things. First of all, more trades. 2, crypto trading only. Now, just to clarify, it's perfectly possible to trade CFDs in the form of the DAX, the German DAX, or Eurodollar, or others, because the sessions do start 9 to 10 a.m. So it's also fine to trade London session this way. I could do that, but given that I do happen to have right now a funded account on Binance Futures, and I do not have a funded account on Pepperstone, and I'm not sure what's going on with Pepperstone and the new regulations, and I'm not really comfortable of like moving to the new regulation, which would be in Bahamas instead of being in Australia. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not going to bother about it. Plus, I gotta tell you honestly, I love crypto trading. Like, crypto futures, it's fun. It's just fun. It's so chill, man. You just put in 10 contracts and you just like have 10 cents over here on the 3%. Like, why not? It's so fun, it's chill, it's relaxed, and I think this is what's most important. I need to have fun trading, not worry the hell out of it. Oh, power's off because it's midnight. Welcome to Lebanon. So yeah, first thing, trading more. Second of all, trading crypto futures. Number 3, let me see if I can write in the darkness. Oh yeah, I can write in darkness. Crypto trading only. And 3, I will have more routine. There's a lot of mores here. More routine. All right. So with more routines, I mean, I want to rely on this. I want to wake up at 7 to 8, maybe even earlier. I want to have a set of things I do in the morning. I've been trying to integrate, for example, cold showers. I think that's a cool thing, but I might need to know a little bit. More about Wim Hof techniques and Wim Hof breathing. Sorry, I can't help it. It's just so juicy. Oh. The reason I like it is because look at this collapse. Like, all right, whatever. Let's just be reasonable. What's those sounds I was doing though? No. Give me a fill. No. Don't go without me. See, I'm having fun. When I'm trading the NQ, I'm like freaking out. I want to shit in my pants. And also, like, one more thing I would add on top of this is that I felt under pressure that I need to perform, because in 2 weeks the subscription is gonna run out. And come on, give me a break. I want to have fun. I'm not trading because I want to be rich or because I want to make. I would love to make a living out of it, but I'm not trading because I'm greedy. I'm trading because I love the charts. You see this? You see this here? This is orgasmic for me. Quote me on this if you want. This is just orgasmic. That you have a leg here, you put in this Fibonacci, 50% is fucking respected. It comes up into this level, which also happens to be this other 50%. You're gonna tell me this is not beautiful, and you want to know what this is on top of 50%? You take from here to here, and you take that, you have a 1-to-1. Like, come on. Do you realize like the amount of like you could add here, you could add here, and you could add here, and you could add on top of this, which is a support, you could add here. You would have, this would be the biggest add. This would literally be the freaking bottom. You go from all the way to here, from here to here, and you make it 3% on average, you know, like maybe 3.5, it was 3.73, you take a little bit because you had like an add here and etc. Just, it's beautiful. Trading is beautiful if you were to remove the money out of it, and you were to remove the greed, and you were to remove the way people psychologically react to it. Like, you know, they go and take GME and like, I mean, what are you doing? Like, why would you even care about what's going on GME, right? People go here. I mean, what the fuck is this shit? And what am I supposed to do with it? And now it's closed. And now you gotta wait until tomorrow when the market opens. Why? Well, it used to be a thing where before, if you want to take a trade, you have to make a call to your banker so that he can put a trade for you, because your broker needs to take the operation, get the actual number. Now I'm here and I'm like, boom, I have an operation. Boom, I removed it. And you're telling me we're still living in a world where like there's the bell when the freaking thing's open and closes? And if there wasn't, okay, I mean, this is something that's even more ridiculous. Take the NASDAQ. What do you think the NASDAQ is representing? A basket of stocks, which are closed for trading right now. So based on what does this bullshit move? On the Holy Spirit? Come on. Here's one thing where I would give credit to crypto trading. I know it's 24/7 and some people might complain like it's tiring, but you know what? It's democratizing the way we can trade. And at least for me, it's giving me a shot. It's giving me a chance. It's allowing me to trade wherever I want at my own terms. If I'm in Thailand right now, or if I'm in Pacific in Hawaii, I can trade. If it's not BZRX, it's anything else that happens to be like right now volatile for whatever reason. Now, you're going to tell me, is there any intrinsic value to cryptos, yes or no? Tell you what, I don't give a shit. And if for a moment you're gonna start arguing that what's the intrinsic value of like cryptos, just pull this chart up and tell me what the hell is going on here. You're gonna tell me there's an intrinsic shop in a brick and mortar game store, brick and mortar, going up 2,600%. Now that's what rational. Where's the SEC? What are you doing about it? Nothing. It's not about what you think is right or wrong. It's whatever's working. And cryptos are working. Cryptos have been the way for me to try and like take some money out, given how the situation has been in Lebanon, and how the situation might have been to my friends or like people I know, maybe, or other people you might know in Argentina, other places. You know, it's a way of like trying and owning the thing in your pocket. I'm not gonna go actually religious about cryptos. I don't care if it works or it doesn't work. I just care about having a proper standard of living, and I care to be happy. You know, it was. On the one hand, when I saw Matt blowing the accounts, I just freaked out because I thought I wasn't worthy. But also, I was very annoyed because, again, I said and I repeat myself, I felt my hands were tied when I saw the way Lido Trading is like treating me in their accounts and the way I could have been trading here. Now, of course, I would have lost on that. Well, I should not have lost. I would have added on that. Yeah. That would have been a very, very beautiful short. 2.5%. Jesus Christ. Let's relax. Okay. Let's see if we have anything on the chat. Smoking Monkey. Merci, Charles. Yeah, so that being said, I think it's going to be much more exciting. We're going to be working a little bit around with the schedule. I'm going to have to change also the graphics on the YouTube channel, but I'm actually very excited because I feel I'm kind of carving my own way. I'm no longer kind of living in the shadow of Trades by Matt or like Mr. Yan, and I have a lot of respect and admiration for these two guys because I'm here because of them, really. Like, they are my inspiration. But I'm not trading the way they trade. I'm not like living the place where they live. I don't have the same conditions, so I need to adapt. If I don't, yeah, that's how the world is. You adapt to survive. You don't, they will cast you out like a leopard. I say that. Okay, so that being said, thanks everybody who's been on this. I appreciate that, and I will see you tomorrow, and I promise it's going to be a lot of fun, because I'm actually very excited about crypto trading right now. It's going to be a shit tons of fun. Yeah, that being said, have a good one, and where do you kill the stream?